Okay, guys, let's play a game, and I'll try to teach you how to play Nurse. Even though I've only played 10 games, I don't know. I feel like I've picked up Nurse a lot faster than I picked up other killers. And ooh, this map is neato. Neato burrito. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is use two gen regression. So we have Pop and we have Scorch Hooks. Now the reason we have Pop is because we have it tied in there with Mr. Knight nowhere to hide. So what we can do is we can pop a gen and then we can know where to hide it. And we'll be all chillin'. And I thought she was gonna try to cut the gap, thinking I was gonna go far, so I went inside. But I still wasn't quite right. So what you want to do also is you want to wait until you have your second blink. You never want to blink with one blink. You use your first blink to get to them, and then you use your second blink for the minor adjustment. So you never want to just blink once unless you're going for like a crazy play or if you're a crazy dog like that. And so that leaves us with our last perk, which is Corrupt Intervention. Now we've run that so that they have a little gen regression in the start. It's more to just get momentum. So as you can see, we teleport to her. She runs away. We have Stomp. We can quickly see if anybody else is hiding around, and there is right here. So we can just teleport over to here. Get a hit onto them. See, what's their plan here? They're just gonna run. So see what I said? You always gotta have your two blinks. I went for the one risky blink, and it did not work out. So then she's gonna go over here. We'll teleport up here, right on her and hit her. See, sometimes you'll be okay with one blink, but if they do some kind of mind game or a double loop or something, then you're gonna really wish you had saved that second blink. So now we can come over here. Another just general tip is try to walk towards the hook that's closest to where people are and closer to where the gens are. Another really good thing with Nurse is to look where the first or the closest 5 gens are and try to just not care about the other gens. Let the other 2 gens just be done and worry about those 5 gens early. And then as time passes, and those gens are completed, you can just stay in your area as much as you can. And then, sorry, I'm in this chase right now. I really need to focus. And then what you can do is stay in your area of the 5 gens as much as you can, unless there's literally nobody in it. And then try to get those 3 tightest gens be the one you pressure the most. So when the game is towards the end, you'll have the 3 tighter gens. Is really how I like to play it. As you can see there, I overshot that a little bit, but we can pop this. She is not gonna go for the unhook. Okay. So try to look where the closest 5 gens are, and then within those 5 gens, the closest 3, and you can kind of try to play around that as best you can. So right now, we're not going too far away. I mean, we have like 3 people in the area of this 5 gen, so we're gonna try to stay within these parameters. And let's see, they're going this way. They go this way or this way, they went this way. We can just go her. And since they're not offering up anybody to trade on hook, I mean, I guess we can just get her out early and we'll already have somebody down. I try not to tunnel, but this game, I mean, she's like just the only one I've been seeing in front of me. But you don't really... Nurse is pretty strong that you'll get away with... you can get away with a lot of stuff just because she's the strongest killer in the game. So we'll do that. I'm not seeing anybody around, so I'm guessing they went in one of these lockers. Yep, there they are. I usually check the deeper locker first, because everybody hides in the close locker. I mean, because everyone hides in the far locker. I usually check the one in the corner first, because almost everyone hides in the one in the corner, because usually the killers will open this one just because it's closer to the door. So whenever I'm playing Huntress, I always open the one in the corner. But with the Nurse, I'd say I open the one in the corner like 70% of the time. Just depends on how I'm feeling in the situation. So to recap our perks, we got Corrupt for kind of that early game pressure. Make sure we can start rolling the ball, at least a little bit in the beginning. And then we have our double gen regression with pop and scorch hooks, and then we have the knight to kind of complement, give us some aura whenever we're popping a gen. And yeah, It's a very good build. I think this is the same build I run on Huntress, but it's definitely complements Nurse a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly what her plan was there. That was very strange. So this girl, I feel like we can get away. Ooh, see how she moved there? That's why you need to keep the second perk or the second hit. It looks like they have a flashlight, so we're gonna have to down both of them. Which we're gonna be able to do. Pick her up. She probably has DS or something, so we'll just eat it. Yep, we'll eat the DS. She dropped it while we were in our stun already, which is something you shouldn't do. And then she really messed up her flashlight. She should have just got as much distance as she could. So we're just gonna hook her right back on the hook. And here you go. Let's see, what else should you do with Nurse? I mean, a big thing with Nurse is just play her a lot, and you should never break pallets. Like, I was just mindlessly breaking that because I was talking. But you really never need to break pallets. You should never be breaking pallets or vaulting windows. You should never be breaking down doors. Like, she's a pretty mobile killer that can get away with not having to do a lot of that stuff that other killers have to do. You also should not spend time breaking gens unless you have pop or unless the gen is really far along. And then just getting used to the blink distances on how far the blinks can go. I have only been playing Nurse for about 10 games. Like, I'm not even at my 20th game yet, and I'd say I'm very comfortable playing her. And I feel like I'm already better on her than I am on most other killers, but I think that just has to do with her being so strong. But she is definitely one of the more difficult killers to understand, and to understand the distances and how to do stuff correctly, because she gets a stun for every time she blinks, and you have like a 1.5, 2 second window in between your blink and your stun where you'll be able to hit somebody if you're close enough, which is why you need to keep that second blink most of the time. So right now we're just waiting for these guys, see if they ever come out of hiding. I was just curious to see if this is even an area. Looks like there is a hook up here and it connects into there. Okay. So now we can just kind of relax because, I mean, there's no chance they have 3 gens they need to get done and they only have 2 people. So we can kind of just chillax. Teleport to this, we can give it a stomp. Give the good old check around. Probably in one of these lockers. But we don't want to be too lax. Might be giving them too much space. Because you got to make sure that they're also not getting much done. And we don't really have a good 3-gen here. So we'll go after this girl. And then once we hook her, we can start worrying about Hatch. Now we'll take the risk and do a 1 blink. But we should have just waited for the second blink. I always go for the 1 blink and it never works out. So I don't know why I keep trying it. Sometimes it works out like that when they're kind of against the edge of the map and don't have any counterplay, or when they have minimal counterplay. Like, there's really not much she can do there. But then again, they're putting themselves in that position if they do that. So let's go ahead and hook her up. Boop, boop, boop. And another really big tip with the nurse is you should be using your blinks constantly. You should be, if you don't see anybody, you should be blinking around the map, walking minimally, and then right when you're done blinking, once your second blink comes, you can go ahead and full blink again. Sometimes it won't let you up floors, which is very sad. Like, you'll have to go at a weird angle. We'll go ahead and stomp this just for the points, because it's not like she's going to get anywhere. We can open these lockers, just in case she's going for a cheeky play, and then we can start going down to look for the hatch. So we'll go this way. If it's at Killer Shack, I wager that's where she went. So we'll clear the opposite way around the map. Doesn't look like it's in this section. Because I don't really care if people get hatch, so I'm not like, I don't like prioritize the spawns and like go to the spawns in the order of which I think they're most likely. I kind of just go around the edges of the map. But yeah, to recap, Nurse, you should not be breaking pallets, you should not be vaulting windows, you should not be stomping generators unless you're in a... It's really situational if you should stop generator with Nurse. You can if you have pop in like the night build like I have. So we have nowhere to hide from the night that shows the survivors, and then we pair that with pop so we get kind of 2 perk uses in one. And then we have corrupt and we have scourge hook. So really just making a build that's good for her with 2 gen regression, maybe an info perk and something else is a really good mixture for her. And then making sure that you're always blinking as often as you can, and make sure you always have 2 blinks when you're traveling and when you're chasing. And then what else? Make sure just general tips for every killer. Play that 5 gen and look for the 3 closest gens in it. That will really help you as the game progresses. And then yeah, that's more tips on how to play the nurse. I really like playing her, and I'm really interested if you guys like playing her. So let me know what you think. And is there any tips you would give me? Because I'm still pretty new to nurse. I only got 10 games on her, but I hope you guys enjoyed.